What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Horror Hangout, the podcast. Got Steven with me again. This is part 2 of our series we're doing. The first time that he watched Trick or Treat from 2007 and Terrifier Part 1. I don't think he's seen Terrifier 2, and I'm not sure he's gonna. We'll find out here in just a minute. So, yeah, thank you for joining us. If you like this video and like what we're doing, we're talking about, please show us that by giving us a thumbs up, comment, let us know movies that you want us to watch, all that jazz right there. You know how we do. You know how we do it. We beg for your fucking approval. Please love us. Please. Oh, it gets exhausting asking people to do things that they should just do if they like your channel, but
Just automatically, boom.
they should.
Oh, I want to see more of these two assholes. Subscribe, easy, done.
Right? It's super easy, man.
Done. Yeah.
Anyways, Terrifier, your first time seeing it.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I'm really worried. Did you hate it?
Well, I don't know how you feel about.
It's my favorite movie of all time.
I have no idea how you feel because I don't watch this channel and I don't talk to you and I don't see the fucking mannequin head of the Terrifier.
It took me a second to realize that you were just being a shithead.
Yeah,
I was like, wait a minute. You said that. I was like, of course you know how I feel. And then I was like, oh yeah, you do.
Yeah. So this is what I'll tell you about this movie, right? I get it going. First and foremost, the first thing that I did that was a mistake is I chose the option on Freevee or whatever the fuck it is. So there was ads.
Oh, and that sucks. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, ads suck in general. Sometimes they're okay. But in this movie particularly, I think that inserting a very loud, very bright, very cheerful fucking Gain detergent commercial.
I was going to say Tide.
Right in the fucking middle of all this darkness and fucking gore.
Wash your clothes with Gain.
I mean, just like that. So huge mistake to get that because I was out of the element right off the bat. I'm watching that very first scene and I'm like, oh, this is not going to be my movie. This is absolutely not my cup of tea. When she fucking comes in and she like pushes her fucking that. I mean, as soon as I saw that lady's face, I was like, oh god. And then she pushes the eyes just into the asshole reporter's face, and I'm like, oh, this is what they talk about when they talk about that next level gore and bullshit that I just don't like. However, this movie was genius,
dude. Let's go. Let's go.
Let me tell you why this fucking movie was genius. First of all, it tried or didn't try, whatever, very hard to break tropes, and it did it successfully. You think you're watching this Neve Campbell look-alike on screen, and
she bad though.
100. Yeah, she is for sure. But I mean, they clearly went. They're like, oh, let's go Neve Campbell. Like 100%. That's what was happening there. And that actor nailed it. The look, the kind of like everybody else is having a good time, but I'm worried kind of look. She nailed that.
Right. I've never put that together, and I've watched this movie like 14 times.
That's all I kept thinking about. And then second of all, how the fuck is this girl not the final girl?
That's like my favorite part of the whole movie.
No, 100%, dude. At some point, I'm like, who the fuck am I following? What story am I following?
Art the Clown.
This shit was fucking genius. And yes, Art the Clown. At first, I was like, man, this is fucking weird and gross. But then I fell in love with the fucking dude. I fell in love with Art the Clown. I mean, he had no motive. Like, we don't know what his fucking motives are. We don't know his fucking origin story. The minute they tried to do the trope where that mother was like, do you not feel the touch of a mother? And then like you embrace it and it cuts. You're like, oh, he's got a sensitive side. He misses his mother. And then next thing you see, the lady's tits are cut off and he's fucking wearing them.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
So Art the Clown goes full Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, dude.
He's fucking, will you fuck me? Just dancing in the fucking background. Dude, then he pulls up, he hits the bitch with the fucking car through the barn door, and he's like listening to this fucking music. I love Art the Clown. Love him. I love this movie. This is not my style at all.
I am fully erect right now. I just want to let you know. So check.
I mean, prove it.
Fucking, I'm on. Dude, I wish to God I had a zipper. I would get up with my hand out and just fuck with you. So check this out. So for all these years, I've been loving this movie, and I never put together that Neve Campbell thing because my other favorite horror movie is Scream. And so maybe that's why it connected so well with me, because I've never really been able to answer why. But maybe it's because it kind of reminded me of Neve Campbell's character in Scream, and I took that and ran with it because, like, It makes perfect sense, and I've never put that together. Like this is the first video that I've made of this movie in quite some time where I've
Mhm.
touched new ground and been
Yeah.
able to come up with something new to talk about because I've never thought about
Well,
that.
think about it. Think about it. I mean,
Well, no, dude. In hindsight, it's exactly what
in
it is.
Scream, you got everybody else just having a good time talking shit, and she's like, "Guys, I don't know, guys, the hair over,
Yeah,
guys, I don't know, this is kind of weird," like nailed it. And there had to be a discussion by the director.
I
When you do
love.
get the director, have you had the director on? I don't know.
No, but I'm working on it.
When you get the director on,
Damien, if you see this,
please,
bro, we love you, man. We want to have you on here.
please dive in. I just want to know. I don't know if he'll reveal it, but I want to know if he ever talked to the actor and goes, "Hey, give me a little Nev Campbell. Watch Scream. Give me a little Nev Campbell." I just want to know because that's
Man,
the full vibe I got from it.
that's so badass.
Yeah.
This is my favorite movie, so much so that I do have all this stuff. I mean, I have a Terrifier 2 poster from the theater. I just got this in the mail. Check
What
this
is
out.
it?
1/6 scale, covered in blood, Art the Clown.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, this is a gift from my wife for my 40th birthday.
Ah, fuck. I would have got you that. Dude,
Yeah,
that's a
dude.
perfect gift.
It took us forever to find it too,
Oh,
man.
really?
It was a pain in the ass to get one because we ordered a bunch of them and they kept coming in damaged because the people that were selling them didn't know how to pack them. And this is $150 freaking dollars. So that she was like, no, we're not going to get one that's beat up. That's ridiculous.
Was that the original resale price, or that's just what they're going for
MSRP was
now?
like $129.99 plus tax and shipping. So yeah, it was about $150.
What year did that movie come out? I missed it.
2016.
Oh, okay. So not that long ago.
No, it's not that old. The second one actually took a long time to come out. The second one was supposed to have been out like 2 years ago.
Well, something happened 2 years ago. I don't know if you know about that. But...
Well, not only that, but a lot of stuff happened within the filming of this movie that's outside of all that nonsense. And then and then they wanted to get distribution. And look, this is just based on what I recall reading and hearing. It seems like they got offers from a lot of big studios to do the distribution, but they wanted to pay him, which is what he's wanting, right? But then they wanted to own the rights to art indefinitely, and he's like, "Yo, what?"
No,
and
that's my baby.
That's what I was hearing. So if that's incorrect, my apologies. But that's what I was hearing was going on. And then again, another reason why I want to talk to him is because I'd like to ask him that myself and get an actual definitive answer to that question. Because that's so crazy that you would think somebody would give that up, especially not even being a horror guy,
character.
and you can tell the genius behind this story.
Yeah, he's a very unique character. I haven't seen anything. The one thing that they're gonna make me turn off of is when there's no originality in your shit.
Right.
That's when I'm out. I'm not gonna see, even if it's well done and it's better than whatever you're copying. I don't give a shit. Show me something different that I haven't seen before. And this movie definitely did that. I mean, I could definitely do without the gore. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen anybody chainsaw somebody's pussy straight down to her head.
So first off, no, that's an iconic kill at this point. It's become it's become a kill of lore.
Oh, it wasn't even a chainsaw. My bad.
No, it was a hacksaw, but whatever, dude. He sawed her in half.
Yeah.
But first off, that girl was bad too, man. This dude nails it with the women, man. The second movie, they're all three beautiful young ladies, dude.
Really?
He's got an eye for just really attractive, good-looking people. I mean, it's not hard to pick out pretty ladies, but he's got ones that I think are original looking. They're
when he pulled that curtain back, I did not expect them titties. I didn't see those. I didn't see those coming.
How crazy was that? And when he started happening, you're like, oh, I can't look away. This is insane.
Is he really going right between her legs,
bro?
Oh, no.
Yeah, dude. But man, I'm just so happy that you had a good time watching it. I genuinely think that this movie changed horror for the better, and the second one's got it's way more insane. I would even say that you may not even want to watch the second one. I hate saying that, but for somebody that's not into the gore, this one had people puking and fainting at theaters. So it's
I'm not too sensitive about it.
No, you don't like it, right?
It's just like, yeah, dude. I don't know, man.
Well, maybe give it a watch, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. Don't watch it again. But it's definitely.
I'm certainly watching it. I'll tell you that right now. Good. Based on what the fuck I just saw a couple of days ago, I'm certainly watching. Well, same director, same actor, and everything.
Same director, same actor. Yeah,
I'm in. That's it. That's all. As the kids say these days, say less. I'm there.
Yeah, dude. They give David Howard Thornton a lot more time on the screen. And the best part, I'm not going to ruin anything for you. I'm just going to say he's on there more, and you get more of the stuff that you like about the character. That's what I'll say. I'll say it like that. All the stuff that you like about him, you will get that in spades. You'll have a great time.
Can you tell me this?
Yeah.
And fine,
Yeah,
if it's a spoiler and you don't want to and you don't want to tell me, that's fine.
But no, if you don't care, I'll tell you whatever.
Do they go into his origin?
No.
Yes,
I know, right?
Yes,
let's go.
I thought they were gonna fuck around and be like, "Give me some backstory." Fuck that. I don't
dude,
give a shit.
It's just like, hey man, here's the Terrifier 2. Let's start murdering folks. Like that's
Bro.
dude.
When he rolled up there with that wig and those breasts over him, and he's just like dancing around and like being sexy. Like, can you imagine? I spent a lot of time watching this movie trying to think about, and this is why this is super unique, because I've never done this before.
Mm-hmm.
I spent a lot of time trying to put myself into the other person's shoes
shit.
and be like, what the fuck am I looking at here? And like, yes, I'm gonna be scared, but I swear to God, at some point, I would have just been like, yo, bro, like, what the fuck is happening? I know you're gonna kill me, and it's all good. Well, nothing I can do about it. It's
like you can't stop looking because you're like,
talk to me about what the fuck you're doing right now, please. Before I die, just tell me what the fuck.
And the best part is that fool doesn't even talk, so you just be like,
no.
Yeah, right.
Yep, that's my answer.
There's a part at the beginning of the new movie, right? And this should be, nobody should be upset about this. It's the beginning of it. It involves him at a laundromat. Whenever you watch the movie, just expect that part. Don't look away. Don't go get food. Don't go piss. It's at the very beginning. Just watch it. Not because it's anything. It's hilarious, dude. I was laughing so damn hard. So I watched this movie Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday. I watched it 3 days in a row. And I watched the theater go from about 20 people to about 35, 40 to over 50 people. And it got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then it got so big that they let it have a second week in theaters. So this movie did really well. It's unprecedented. Not everybody's loving it, but everybody is talking about it. And that's how you know it's a good movie.
My question is, that anybody who loved the first one, whoever hated the second one, did they love the first one?
I haven't heard anybody say that they liked the first one and hated the second one yet.
Yeah. I just don't see it. If you give me Art the Clown exactly the same as he was, I honestly don't give a shit what else is happening.
Dude, he's so much the same that it's like, I can almost imagine that people are going to be pissed off that they didn't get stuff that they were like, because the only thing that I was concerned about was like, please do not give me a motive and an origin story, because if I have that, I don't want that. It's the same thing with Halloween, dude. Rob Zombie ruined Halloween by giving us a backstory to Michael Myers. I don't need to know about his mom and dad. I don't need to know about their white trash upbringing. I don't need to know that he was a little kid that got abused. I don't need to know that shit, man. He's just a psycho killer. The whole point is he's scary because you don't understand why he's doing it and you can't answer the questions. That's what's scary about it. So Art the Clown is still scary. I'll give you that. Yeah, dude, this movie, the best part, the only part about number 2 that is kind of hard to deal with is this. It's very long. It's very long. It's an hour long.
So how long is that running time?
2.5 hours. But I tell you what,
that is long. Is it still considered a B movie at this point? Yeah,
right? I still think it's considered a B movie. Yeah,
that's a long ass B movie. Holy shit!
But it's made really well, and the pacing is on point. Like, I never got bored in the movie. There's a little bit of fat they could probably trim, but I never got bored. I had a great time watching it, and the second time I watched it, I enjoyed it way more than the first time. It is a little bit of a marathon, but it's one of those things that, like, once you watch it, you're gonna be like, holy shit, because they do stuff in that movie that makes number 1 look tame, brother.
Dude, you know what? Like, just the little shit that he did in the first one that I fucking love. Like, I fucking laughed my ass. It was the one time where I got up and I go, yeah. He's like down, and I know that he's faking being hurt, and she's about to walk up to him, and he's gonna come at.
Yeah,
but he just pulls out a fucking gun.
Dude, okay,
I did not see that coming. And so, that's another trope that they broke.
That's right, and that I was gonna say that's one thing about. First off, that's one of the reasons why I love Art the Clown, because he used a gun, and that's a no-no in horror movies, dude. Good. You do not use a gun in a slasher movie, right? So many people, look, dude, I know you're out there, motherfuckers. I know who you are. You said you didn't like Terrifier because he used a gun. Terrifier 2 comes out, it's a success, and all of a sudden you're a fucking fan. I've been a fan, dude. All you motherfuckers that are late to the party, half you bitches are fucking lying to everybody. Damn. No, dude, I'm sick of it, man. I've already seen it happen. Dude. I've seen tons of channels that never talked about Terrifier. Suddenly, they're big Terrifier fans. One thing about me is I've always been here.
I haven't always been here, but that's because I hadn't seen it. And now that I'm here for fucking good.
Well, that makes sense though. You never saw it.
Yeah.
I've been here, dude. I've been here since the day that I became a fan. I've been a fan, and I've been a champion of this movie ever since. But I've always maintained that the first time I watched it, I didn't even like it. I didn't even make
Yeah.
it through the movie. So like,
Oh, I
I'm
loved it.
an honest fan. It just bums me out when they do that because all they have to do is go, yeah, dude. I guess I was wrong, man. I'm
Yeah.
a fan now, and that would give me respect for the person,
Yeah.
and I would be like willing to like push their content. But there's a bunch of you fakers out there. You know who you are. There's a bunch of people out there that are faking the funk. It's all good though. It's all good as long as they get the recognition they deserve. I don't really care how it gets there, to be honest with you, man. I'm just so happy you liked it because I really
It's
wasn't
good.
sure. The whole damn week, I was honestly waiting for you to be like, "What in the fuck, Randall?" Like,
Yeah, no, I was definitely like, what the fuck, especially right at the beginning. But dude, when I saw him doing some stupid shit, I was like, oh, I fucking love this dude.
it's
Like,
like riding that little tricycle around, hitting that little horn. You're like, "Yo,
oh,
what?"
how about did he ride a tricycle in this movie?
Yeah, bro.
When?
Oh god, what was he doing?
I don't remember that. But I did love the scene. She makes it into this like the door, like the barn door looking things, and she closes and he comes in and he's like trying to get through. And for no fucking reason, he puts his hand in there with the horn and goes, huh, huh, huh,
Dude,
huh, huh.
I'm telling you,
Why are you doing this?
because that's how he communicates, I guess.
Dude, and then he fucking shoots her. When he runs out of bullets, he goes, oh, he goes
yeah,
back
he
and
looks
gets
all
more
irritated.
bullets.
Yeah, he gets all
Yeah,
irritated and goes and gets more
it comes
ammunition.
back and like and this is where I was like, are you fucking kidding me? He just puts like 9 whole bullet holes into her head. I'm like, bro,
Bro.
that's Final Girl. What are you doing?
Making sure she's not the final girl.
Sure as shit. And
Let's see.
Final Girl wishes she wasn't the Final Girl.
For real.
And at first, I was I supposed to know that the beginning was the end and the end was the beginning. Was I supposed to know that,
Dude, it took me like a few
or
watches.
did I just miss it? Did I just miss it?
It took me a few watches to realize that's what was going on. I'm looking to see what it was about he was riding the fucking tricycle for, because he absolutely was.
I don't remember that.
Ah, sorry. Yeah, he absolutely rides a tricycle in this movie, but I can't remember why.
Well, why the fuck does he do any of the things that he does?
You know what? That's a real legit question.
Yeah, dude.
But,
And then,
dude, now all I'm seeing is Nev Campbell. Now you've completely ruined that for me.
ruined it, or I mean, she was
No,
cute,
dude,
man. She was
I like
hot.
both women very, very much. They're both
Yeah.
beautiful ladies.
Yeah, she was really hot. I liked everything about like I like the character.
The two girls have a great dynamic because they're like the perfect black and white, because they're like the complete opposite of each other, and it works so well. I love when they go to the pizza place, and the he goes in the bathroom and like shits everywhere and writes art and shit all over the wall, and that guy's like, "Man, I'm not cleaning this stuff unless you're paying me overtime," because and that dude's head's a jack-o'-lantern. It's just silly shit like that I absolutely love.
Happened?
It's like
I love how like the guy kicked him out, and like art allows him to get kicked out for some reason. Like,
well, it's because he knows what's up. He's like, "I'll be back, bitch.
I'll be back. Don't worry,
dude." There's bigger and better versions of all this stuff in the new movie. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, that same kind of thing happens on a grander scale. And so like I feel like in the new movie they were able to make the movie that they were probably trying to make in the first one. Like, it's definitely different. There's some cool stuff in there, and there's some things you may not care about. But dude, her friends, like the main character's friends, bro. Woo. They bad, bro. Oh man, and one girl. Oh, dude, I cannot wait to talk to you about the second movie, dude.
Dude, I know that because I looked up, because I was like, at the very end they go, "Are you ready for your interview, Victoria?" And I go, "Which one's fucking who survived? Which one's fucking Victoria?"
Yep.
And then I remembered at the beginning when she interviewed, he said, "He's dead. I was there."
Yeah.
The only person that was in the room was her sister that came to pick her up.
Correct.
So then that was her in the wheelchair, and then obviously they showed the face. And then I when I was looking up the actors and stuff, I realized that she's also listed as Terrifier 2.
So, all right. How much spoiler stuff do you care about?
I don't give a shit about any of it. As long as I see Art the Clown doing some weird fucking shit.
Okay, so I can tell you about some of the movie?
Yeah, but I mean, dude, your audience is not
No,
going
no,
to
no.
have a chance to have seen it.
Hold on. I was going to say, major spoiler alert right here, folks. If you don't want to hear anything about Terrifier 2, have a nice day. It's not, dude, no harm, no foul, nothing personal. If you don't want to hear about it, though, I am about to tell him a couple things just because I can't contain myself. I have to, dude. So if you're watching this video and you don't want to hear about it, last warning, I'm going to talk about Terrifier 2 kind of in detail. I feel like everybody has seen it by now that really, really has to see it. So, but thank you either way for watching this video. I love you guys, and I cherish y'all's support, and I appreciate it to a degree you can't understand until you meet me and I give you a big hug. and a reach around.
That
Okay,
I missed that,
bro. I'm
being in
telling you, dude.
Houston.
You know what I'm saying, dude? Every now
Yeah,
and then you get the
I
little.
missed that.
Anyways, so there's one part where the washateria part is what I'm going to. So it starts off at the very end of Terrifier 1. It starts right there.
The hallway scene where the parents are taking the girl in the wheelchair.
No, it starts where he's in the morgue.
Oh, okay.
And he sits up, and he sits up.
Yeah.
It sits up. So it starts right there, and it's this guy crawling across the floor, and he's in the morgue. He's the doctor. It's the same doctor guy that was in the morgue. Nice. He's a big ass hole in his throat. He's like, oh, and he's trying to get the phone and dial 911, right? Yeah. And he dials it, and then they're trying to get his information, but he can't talk because he's got a hole in his neck.
He's just gurgling.
Yeah, and then Art the Clown walks over and like just grabs the phone and hangs it up. And then he looks in the mirror, and he shot himself, right? So he looks in the mirror and he's like, and he touches his eye and it's all fucking gone. And he's like, and he's like, and then he touches the back of his head. He's like, oh, it's all brain and shit. Yeah. So he grabs the dude and fucks him up and rips his eyeball out and shoves it in his eye. Bro.
So good.
And then, so it's covered in blood, right? And you're like, okay, I've seen the trailer. How does this costume get clean? Because it gets clean at some point. How does that happen? And they answer that. He walks into this washateria. He gets his like bag. After he kills that dude, he grabs his wallet and robs him and shit. And he grabs his trash bag and he walks into this like laundromat. And as he walks in the door, like right next to the door, there's a guy sitting in a chair like this, sleeping.
Yeah.
And he walks by the guy and he takes off his clothes in the laundromat. And you see Art the Clown taking his shit off, right?
Uh-huh.
And he throws them in the wash. And then he grabs this dude's wallet and he finds the change and he puts it in there. And then he sits on a bench. He sits with his legs crossed like this. And he's reading a newspaper. And he's like reading the newspaper and shit, right? And then all of a sudden he's like reading it, he's laughing and shit, and he hears the noise and he goes, and he looks over and there's a little bitty girl, Art the Clown. She's like 6 years old in a little black and white dress with her face painted and her hair, a ponytail coming through the hat and shit. She's all like, and he's like,
what the fuck
is this? Yeah. And so then she walks over to him and he's sitting there with the newspaper and he puts it in his lap and he's like, and she goes, and he goes,
all right.
So they start doing that patty cake game, right? And then the guy's sleeping and he's like, oh, what the fuck? And he sits up and he's like, and then you hear like the patty cake game going. And then as the guy looks and the camera pans, it's Art sitting there doing that by himself. Oh. And you're like, yo, what is going on, dude? Like,
what the fuck? And he's butt ass naked or not?
Butt ass naked, sitting there with his fucking hat on, still playing patty cake
with nobody.
Yeah, just by himself. And
oh wow,
yeah, bro. And then it shows him leaving the place where the guy's got like a broomstick through his fucking mouth and out his head and shit. And he's outside, and the cop cars are driving past him, going towards the place where he just murdered everybody. And they're just driving right past him, and he's just like watching them drive by. And you're like, this is fucking hilarious. Yeah, dude, this movie's out of control, man. It's got, dude. There's a part where he degloves this chick, de-skins the whole chick, dude. And her mom walks in the room. And she's like getting like skinned alive, like, oh, dude, it's gnarly, dude. There's like, oh, wow. Dude, there's so much like just absurd violence in this movie that it's like, I don't really know how to. Yeah, just that one part at the laundromat was so funny, dude. That even me telling you that, it's gonna be hilarious because you're still gonna laugh because I can't really describe it in a way that is actually as funny as it is seeing it on screen.
But wait, we started this whole conversation because I asked about the final girl, whatever the fuck, like she's listed as in this movie.
So, hold on, let me think. Oh, yeah, so she's in the movie, but it's like that was awesome. So
no idea what's happening.
So she's not really in the movie per se. She's like on the TV being interviewed. And in this movie, you get to see her being interviewed. And then the little boy's like, I want to dress up like the clown. And his sister's arguing with him because he wants to dress up like a real murderer. It's kind of hard to explain. You have to kind of see it. But she's not really in the movie, really. Like, she's in it, but she's not really in it. But it's a bigger, badder, more bloody Art the Clown, man. It's fucking nuts, dude. He does some wild shit in this movie. Of the dog still being loud.
I don't know if I'll see it in theater, but I will definitely be watching it as soon as I can stream.
Well, Walmart's going to have a steelbook I think for like $20, dude, for Blu-ray.
With both or no?
I'm not sure if it's gonna have both, but I know it's gonna have the second one in it. And it's, I mean, $20, dude, for a steelbook. That's a fucking great price. I'm gonna order a few copies of it. But yeah, so with the first movie, what kind of scale you putting this on?
So I have to take away a little bit because I just rather not look at the weird gory shit. Now, I don't mind him wearing the tits. I actually don't even mind like the splitting down the middle, which is weird
Okay,
because that's pretty
pretty
gory.
righteously gory.
But for some reason, like the face shit, that's the part that always gets me. It's like popping eyeballs and shit. I don't know what the hell.
It's pretty gross. I mean,
I don't know why I hate it so much, but the originality of it, the performance of Art the Clown, I don't know if the director gave him direction to be that goofy or the actor just
dude,
said,
I think it's a tandem, dude. You need both of them involved to get
they
that
just
product.
said, wing it, bro. Just do some weird ass shit. And he just did it, like that. I don't know why, but that part got me when he busts through and the music's playing and he's just fucking dancing. Like,
There's so many
I'm
cool
just
things in
laughing
it.
my ass off. So I'm going to give it a very, very solid 7.5, which
Okay.
if you started asking me right at the beginning, like what I would thought of this movie, I would have been like, this is a 3. I can't finish watching this. But
Yeah.
7.5.
I think a 7.5 is very respectable
for me, for sure. And honestly, like probably on another viewing or even watching number 2 and then going back and revisiting or rethinking about it, absolutely has potential to go up with zero potential of going down.
See, I mean, you can't really beat that.
Right.
Because I mean, I don't give it a 10 because I don't think any movie hardly out there is a 10. But this is absolutely a 9.5 for me. It's almost perfect. I love everything about it. I love Art the Clown. I love the fact that the final girl is the one that gets it in the middle of the movie because it's so confusing. I like that he shoots with a gun because it's just a no-no. I like that he doesn't talk. I like that you don't get any backstory. I like that there's no motive. It's just a, hey, you want a murder movie? Here you go, and you get one. And then because so many times you get a film of any kind, and they have to go into this excruciating detail to explain to you things that ultimately you don't care about.
I don't care. I
You
don't
know,
care
it happens a lot.
why
It happens a lot.
why he got here. I don't care. I mean, there's on one hand no anything in the world that's enough level to excuse this level of violence. So
Well,
if you're
no,
trying
there's
to
no
make me,
excuse for it.
that's what I'm saying. So if you're trying to make me sympathetic towards what he does, it's not going to work.
Right?
So
All right.
why are you bothering? You know what I mean?
I don't think people get that though. I don't think that
it doesn't
even.
make
I don't
any
think
sense.
that makes people. How do I say this? I don't think people get to that point to where they go, "Oh yeah, they're trying to make me sympathetic towards it." Because if so, I think that a lot more movies would have some fat trimmed.
Yeah, but
Like,
think about it though. I mean, like you just told me with Rob Zombie and like the parents and being abused.
bro, it just
Does that
ruined that.
endear you? Does that endear you to Jason Voorhees? And even if it does, do you want to be?
Michael Myers, that was awesome.
Sorry.
No, that was amazing.
Now you can tell. Now you
Yes,
can tell what kind of level of rookie that I am.
let's go.
Yeah.
Rookie of the year in this
Good
bitch.
thing
That's kind of rookie. Uh, so
Speaking of John Candy, I think he was in that movie.
yeah, he was. Dude, that
Yeah.
movie's awesome too.
Is that the one where like he breaks his arm falling out of a tree and now it sounds like a fishing line
Or something, dude.
when
I
he
don't
cocks
even
it
know,
back
man.
because he's
I
like
haven't seen
12
that in
years old?
so long.
He's 12 years old and he can throw like 102 mile per hour fastball.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
But no, the Halloween with Rob Zombie, like, look, aesthetically, I liked that movie. It looked cool. But dude, he absolutely butchered it by giving me things that I didn't ask for and certainly did not want. And I was genuinely worried when I stepped into the theater to watch T2, because that's what I'm calling it. Sorry, Terminator. When I stepped in the theater to watch that movie, I was concerned. I was like, okay, it's really long. So we're either going to get a big lull in the middle of boring, or we're going to get like a bunch of background shit that I don't want. And we didn't get either. There is no boring middle and there is no background. So like there's a little bit of stuff that's like a little repetitive maybe, but it doesn't get boring. So I think that it could have easily been ruined and it wasn't. And I'm just so happy because I don't know. I don't really feel like there's a lot of movies out there that I can truly call mine. And Terrifier is mine. It fits with me. It when you see Terrifier and if you know me, you go, "Oh, I get it." It's just kind of like his brain. Like I'm always kind of kooky and like hardworking at the same time though. Like this movie is a hardworking movie. It's a low budget movie that they had to crowdfund. So's the sequel. The sequel was crowdfunded, man. Like,
Bro, as I'm watching the names go up for the special thanks to the Indiegogo people or whatever the hell it was, I was like, how bad do I wish I could go back in time and have my fucking name
so bad, dude.
on
I
that
would
list?
pay 5 times the money to get one stinking slot on there.
100%. I agree with that 100%. I'd love to have my name as part of something that I feel is so original and groundbreaking. And this, to me, this seems like something that just can keep going. It's just the creative mind of the
You know what's
director. Like,
funny is that Chris likes it okay, but Josh does not like this, and he doesn't think
really?
it's very original. He thinks it's just
I
meh.
don't see how it's not original. They're showing, of course, the janitor's going to get it. He's not going to be a hero. That's
Right.
fine. But like the homeless lady that lives there and obviously has a mental illness because she's holding onto this baby doll. Like, there's a lot of movies, and I would say most movies wouldn't touch that person.
There's a lot of things that most movies wouldn't do. Like this movie had stuff like it had the absolute worst part of Silence of the Lambs that made people say maybe this movie isn't that good. They took that part of that movie, decided to put that in here. They're like, they drew from some inspiration, but nothing that I saw was directly taken from another movie. What they basically did, in my opinion, is, and now this is I think a little bit up for debate. It seems to me like what they did was they said, okay, what are your favorite kind of movies? And then Damien, who's the director and writer and everybody creator, says, I like 80s like splatter type stuff. And they said, okay, make your favorite movie like that, but we're gonna give you 2016 cameras, 2016 actors, and 2016 special effects because
Mhm,
there's nothing's done with digital. It's all practical,
mhm.
and so he got to make his 80s movie with updated allowances with violence because back in the 80s you couldn't do some of the things you can do now. So he
Yeah.
got all of the luxuries of 2016 filmmaking, but he got to make the movie that he wanted to make in 1986. And I think that's what they did. And so I don't see how you cannot call that original. But I do think it's a little bit up for debate. If somebody wants to say it's not original, I'd love to hear why. I'm not going to say they're wrong necessarily, but I personally agree with you. I think it's very original. The
Yeah,
not
I did do, and like I said, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be talking about this movie. I could easily see this movie getting a 5 just right down the middle if I didn't feel like it had originality. That
sure.
7.5 is Art the Clown's performance and the originality of that character. It's
I think it's
not,
very well earned, an earned 7.5.
like I said, and that's just being cautious because
Yeah,
this is not my kind of movie.
sure,
And
sure,
and
sure.
and and I think that a 7.5 is like probably 2.5 above any other movie I would ever give in this exact genre.
Yeah.
Not horror, but whatever
No, no,
specific
like
type of genre
the
this is.
splattery ultra violence B
Yeah.
movie, yeah,
Yeah.
grindhousey splatter type of horror movie. Because
Right.
most of them aren't this good. Most of them, like you'll get something like Basket Case, which is also wholly original. Maybe one day we'll touch on that one. We'll watch that together because, dude, I'm telling you, it's grimy like this. Yeah, dude. There's other movies that I think have stuff that they parallel with this maybe a little bit, but none of it overlaps, man. And I think the fact that he doesn't talk is a very original thing because people go, "Oh, it's just another clown." I go, "It's not just another clown, dude.
It's a
Show me another
mime.
clown." Yeah, well, that's what Josh said. Josh called it a
Yeah.
mime too.
Yeah, he's a mime. I mean, it's obviously the aesthetics of a clown with mime properties.
Yeah, no, I like the fact that y'all pointed out mime because if I had thought about it, I would have said mime as well. But I like that because it does
Well, I
give him
mean, the
another
part
leg of originality,
the part where he laughs and he's
right?
like that's mime shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like that's it. So
I think you can have both mime and a clown. Your dog is just like, I'm trying to ruin this shit, bro.
successfully, I think.
Yeah, I'm trying to wait to see if Carissa gets home. I want you to see Parker. Dude's gonna blow your mind. He'll be home in just a minute.
Is
He's
he
so
tiny?
big, dude. He's 2 years old now. You haven't even, dude. He's 2, bro. We
Jesus.
had a whole baby, and it's been 2 years since I've seen you last.
That's true. I don't even know if she was pregnant when I saw you
I
last.
don't think she was, dude.
Yeah, it's
But
been too long, man. It's too
yeah.
long.
But I don't know, man. I am just sincerely just tickled to death that you like this movie. Like I can't even explain to you how happy I am that you just like it. That it is not like a piece of garbage to you because Josh is like my best friend, right? So
Mhm.
he had to basically hold his tongue from from on my behalf because he didn't want to make me disappointed. I
Yeah.
know he doesn't like the movie, man, and I feel it sucks that he doesn't like it. But he was polite about it because he's my dog. That's my boy,
Mhm.
and he knows how much I love it. But so it means a lot when one of my friends likes it, and you know. Carissa watched it with me, and not for her. She watched it twice, bro.
I'd watch it again myself. I would
Hell yeah.
absolutely watch this again. Absolutely.
Carissa actually watched it twice, thought it was like well made enough, but didn't like the movie, and then said, "I think I want to watch the second one though, because I think they can build upon it." And I watched the second one and said, "You're not watching that." I'm not her owner. She can watch it if she wants to, but I highly recommend against it.
Yeah.
I think you'll dig it.
No, I'm gonna watch. Bro, there's nothing that you can say, even if you got on here and you love Terrifier, and you got on here and told me it was total trash. There's nothing that you could say that make me not want to watch the second one based on the shit that I saw in the first one.
How much of a bad day would that be for me if that was trash, man? Oof. I was so happy when it was good, bro. I breathed such a sigh of relief that I enjoyed it. That I think I almost didn't get to enjoy it enough because I was so busy worrying about it.
Being nervous, yeah.
Yes, the second viewing was so much more enjoyable. I was like, oh, I loved it.
How many interviews have you had with the actor?
Just
2. One. I'm gonna have to go back and check them out. What are the titles? Because I really want to watch it now. So
you should be able to just look up David Howard Thornton.
Okay, so
just look his name up. If you want, I can look for them and send you links if it will be easier.
No. I'll just, if I don't remember his name, I'll just go to IMDb and look it up.
Okay. Well, I mean, I can send you links if you want, though. It'll be easy enough.
Do what you got to do, bro.
I'll send you some links.
I don't know how you're gonna have to fish through all your shit to send me.
Well, I think wouldn't it be easier for me to look through my own stuff on my own channel than you? I don't know. I have no idea, to be honest.
Or for your subscribers, you can put links in this show.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So people that love this can go back and look at those interviews.
That's a good idea. If you made it this far, I'll put links in the description for the 2 talks I've had with David, and he'll be back on the show in about a month. We talked about mid-November, so we'll be talking again in about 4 or 5 weeks. He's
probably a little busy right now.
Yeah, but the movie's been done for so long that I kept forgetting that this movie's been done for like a year and a half.
Oh, really? It's been in the can for a while.
It's been in the can for a long while.
Because the distribution situation.
Yeah, like the kid that's in the second movie, he's like a famous person now. Like he's been interviewing like metal bands and shit for like a long time. I knew him before I saw him in Terrifier 2.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I was really happy for him. When I saw him, I was like, oh shit, I know that kid. But man, I'm just so thrilled that you enjoyed it, man. I'm glad that you very much did. Do you have a part in it that you thought might be your favorite part? I didn't ask you that about Trick or Treat. I think Trick or Treat's a little harder to nail down a favorite part.
I think that for me, the part where the gun scene is the part where I cheered.
That's my favorite part
for sure. And then I honestly believe the Buffalo Bill scene. I think right before that, when the sister's walking up and he's laying there with the wig on or her hair or whatever, and she's laying there as if like she's distressed, and it's him.
Yeah,
I just didn't see that coming.
No, that was that was a great gotcha moment. Yeah. I like the.
And then he went as far to wear her tits, which was not necessary for that ruse.
Not even a little.
He was
necessary.
Face down.
I like whenever the janitor guy's in the hallway. It's just a simple thing, but I like it. And the girl's like, hey, look out. And he just doesn't hear her because he's got the headphones on. And he just clunk. And you're just like, oh, go figure. That poor bastard couldn't hear. Yeah. Just the simple things. There's a lot of little things in this movie that I really enjoy. And I watch it all the time, man. I'm just so glad to have another person that likes it, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. And his reaction to when the homeless lady was like kind of coming at him to tell him to call the cops. It's like, bro, just like, okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's coming at you a little hard, but like maybe listen to what the fuck she's saying. He just like turns and runs away.
Yeah, well, she's being kind of crazy. I mean, I don't know how I would react to that.
Crazy, but like still, like I'm in this weird, creepy ass fucking building.
Bro, that building was so perfectly.
You saw the fucking bathroom, the situation in the bathroom.
she's like, I hope it's not roaches. He's like, you better hope it is roaches. He's like, yeah, it's not roaches. She's like, oh, thank God. He's like, it's rats. And she's like, what? Bro.
Yeah, that's that if you're Nev Campbell lookalike in that situation, you are pivoting the fuck around and walking out when you see see that bathroom.
Dude,
no,
whenever
a dark alley to piss in is 10 times better than whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the girl's like, just pop a squat. She's like, what? I don't do that. I was like, man, you know how many dozens of girls that I've known that have done that?
But you're gonna go into this building with this guy you don't know, who turns around and immediately closes the door.
Don't you love horror movie logic?
It's pretty good.
Or the lack of it, I guess I should say.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really that much stupidity here, which I also was refreshing.
There really wasn't. There was a lot of like, oh shit, I'm in a bad situation and there's not a lot I could do about it.
Yeah.
But there wasn't very many really bad decisions made. Like, even the girl, like the blonde girl sitting in his lap taking the photos,
Yeah,
might
that's some
have.
shit. No, that's some shit people would do, bro.
That's true.
For
That's actually,
sure.
you know what? You know what? You're right.
Oh, and
Because
I love when he did the selfie in return. Oh, so fucking good.
oh yeah, dude. Oh dude, man.
It's so good.
So this toy is called the Murder Selfie Edition.
Yes. Is
The
he holding the cell phone or something?
I don't know. I need to look closer at it. I just got so excited that I got it because it was
So
so hard for
awesome.
us to find. Um, I like that he goes and gets that little quarter machine ring for her. And you're
Mhm.
like, oh, is he not really that bad of a dude? And then you find out later on, no, he's worse.
Oh, way worse.
Like he's so evil.
Like, are we just being judgy here because he's, no, we weren't.
I do believe that this might be one of the most evil characters that I've seen in a movie because there is no rhyme or reason. He's
Yeah.
just a bad guy for being a bad guy.
Right off the bat, when you got a list of people that are, just slashing up body count with, in this movie, what, like 10 or so?
It's all good, bro.
You got a body count of 10, and then there's no reason for him to do that, you're automatically going to get bumped up higher in the rankings.
So
Automatically.
I do that gore score thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So real quick, I'm sure a lot of people on average don't make it all the way to the end of a movie. I mean, a video. On average, I don't really understand that because I always do.
Yeah.
But let's see, dude. In Terrifier 2, oh my goodness, dude. So I'm not going to show you what I wrote down. Let's see if you can see it. Can you see the screen at all? Not really.
I see a white screen, but
Yeah, hold on. Let's see if I can turn the light down on it a little bit. No. Okay, so I wrote down. Okay, like all of this is all notes for Terrifier 2 gore score review.
whew,
Bro, I'm gonna film it tonight. I'm gonna watch a movie with Krista for my show tomorrow, and I'm gonna film this.
so
I'm
obviously I got to watch that after I've seen it, obviously.
Yeah, I would watch the movie first and then
Yeah.
watch this. It should be available on VOD pretty soon.
Yeah, I
But
can't wait, dude. I can't
bro,
wait.
I'm just happy as hell to talk to you for a few minutes.
For
We'll
sure.
wrap this up and then hang out for just a minute. I'm gonna go check and see if he's here. If he's not, no big deal. But if he is, I want to let him say hi.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, dude, thank you guys so much for watching this. If you made it this far, thank you for your time, your support of this channel, man. I've been working really hard. We just got monetized, so that's a big deal. And it should be a very positive step in the right direction for this channel, and it should enable me to bring bigger and better videos your way, because once I have a budget of some kind, I can get better interviews, and all of it starts way down here at the bottom. And I just want to say thank you to anybody that supported us at any point in time, however you did it. Thank you so much. If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel. That's the most important thing that you could do for us.
What about
Otherwise,
what about Patreon? Like
oh,
this guy?
dude, yeah, Patreon. If you want to do that, man, you get everybody that's on my Patreon gets you get discounted merch. So if you buy a shirt or something from me or a painting, I give you a better price. B, the most important thing that Patreon members get that so far that they utilize the most is you get a request every month. If you're on the horror channel and you want me to do a movie review, all you got to do is say, "Hey, I'm a Patreon member. Could you do this movie?" Done. I'll do it within a week. If
Hell
you're
yeah.
on the music channel, "Hey, can you review this song?" Done. I'll do it within a couple of days. So,
Oh yeah, I didn't know that part. I'm gonna ask you to review.
yeah,
some
I've said
Paul
it, but I
Simon
probably haven't
songs.
talked about it a whole lot. I should probably talk about it more and let people know a little more thoroughly what I'm able to do for you guys as a supporter of the channel. But yeah, anything that you want, Steven, I got you, big dog. Anything,
Yeah, do they have to be newer releases, or can I do like Paul
Nope,
Simon?
it can be anything that you want.
All right, I got
As long as
Simon
it's,
and
as long as it's
Garfunkel.
like oh geez Louise. If it's music, it can basically be anything. If it's movies, I'd like it to at least be like a suspenseful type movie. But if it's
Yeah.
music, it can be anything, dude. Whatever
Yeah.
you want. And you know what, dude? Throw me a curveball, man. People think that I care. I don't. If I don't like something, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I don't like a curveball, man. I love
Yeah.
curveballs.
Yeah,
Swing and a miss all the time.
They're
All right,
tough to
everybody.
hit.
Thank you so much for your time, dude. It's been a blast. Steven, it's been a hell of a lot of fun talking to you, brother. And all right, guys, we'll see y'all next time. Peace.